Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentleman, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentleman on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a few seconds and talk about something I feel very passionate about, and that is Brian Ferguson's Bumps and Thumps podcast. Here available on YouTube and any other outlet where you can get your podcasts from. Brian Ferguson interviews several former AWA stars, Greg Gagne, Derek Dukes, and many, many others. Take a trip back in time to the AWA's glory days with Brian Ferguson on Bumps and Thumps. Welcome back, everybody, to the 1987 Supermod. I am your host, Brad Drake, and this is version 2 of the AWA. And of course, everybody, we are running version 10.1 of the Supermod that has all of our companies and wrestlers updated, and things are as realistic as humanly possible. We have dark days upon us here in the AWA, everybody. Since our last event, we have lost Candi Devine. She has signed with Jim Crockett Promotions. We also have a bunch of wrestlers that wanted a huge pay increase, which puts us in a little bit of trouble. We reached out and signed a pretty good tag team. We have signed the Executioners, and you can see the disparity that we have here. We are going to make the Executioners a face tag team. And we are going to try to do this in the likes of the Road Warriors and teams like that. So obviously they have not made their debut yet, and it's probably going to be a little bit here until they do. So we are in the Rochelle High School gym tonight in Rochelle, Illinois. And everybody, this is the real schedule that the AWA ran. And we are continuing on and keeping this as realistic as possible. Let's take a look at our absent workers, and it's, well, we're going to miss Sherry Martel. That screws up that match. And let's check our backstage incidents here, and we have Colonel De Beers and Brian Knobs got into it. Brian Knobs, I'm sorry, Colonel De Beers got beat up, so we are going to fine Colonel De Beers. And here we go, Sags and Bockwinkel, and Bockwinkel's all over Sags and says, Sags, you better get it together. All right, here we go. Robinson and Nick Bockwinkel. And Bockwinkel gets into the business of Billy Robinson, which I'm not sure would have really taken place in real life. But it's happening here in the game. All right, we're going to have to adjust our show for tonight now. We were supposed to have Madusa Miceli versus Sherry Martel. Okay, obviously now Sherry Martel is unavailable. So Madusa Miceli should be a face. We're going to bump her over here. We're going to bump up Penny Mitchell. And I'm sorry, it wasn't Candi Devine we lost. I can't remember the lady's name now, who we lost. So we are going to have Madusa Miceli and Candi Devine. Candi Devine, of course, is a former World Women's title holder. So here is Candi Devine. Right there, heel versus face matchup. Now, these two are not going to go 14. So we're going to switch these matches over here. And we are now going to put our first match up here. That's going to be Mitch Snow versus Kevin Kelly. All right, so We got the backstage stuff taken care of. We got the absent workers taken care of. Let's go ahead and give our card a rundown, everybody. Madusa, Miceli is going to face Candi Devine in the opener. The Top Guns will face the Nasty Boys in a tag team bout in our second match. Mitch Snow is going to battle Kevin Kelly here in our third match. Buddy Rose, Playboy Buddy Rose, will face Greg Gagne. Soldat Ustinov will face perennial #1 heavyweight contender Curt Hennig. And Sheik, ADNAN, al-Kaissey, and Boris Zhukov will face the Midnight Rockers for that World Tag Team title. Now, if there is an asterisk, that means that this match has been added or edited to the real matches for this card. And you can see with the way things are going in our save, there's a lot of asterisks. All right, everybody. With that said, let's get to booking. And here is our opener, and we have Miceli versus Devine. Candi Devine sadly passed away last year. She was a very talented ladies wrestler. And Madusa Miceli is still making appearances. I think she's around 60 now, if not in her 60s already. We're going to leave this one open-ended because either one of these women getting the win is good for business. Up next, we have our tag team match, which is probably not going to be the greatest of matches. We are going to have the Top Guns against the Nasty Boys. We will also leave this one open-ended because either one of these two young teams could go for a win. All right, Mitch Snow is going to face Kevin Kelly here. Mitch Snow is a guy that had a tremendous physique, spent some time in Memphis, spent some time with the AWA, never really amounted to a whole lot. And look at that. Mitch Snow is unavailable. Oh boy, we got some problems here. All right, so we're going to have to call an audible here. Let's take a look at our roster. I didn't even notice that Mitch Snow wasn't available. Bulldog Bob Brown is gone. All right. When in doubt, plug in Steve-O. So here we go. Olsonoski will face Kevin Kelly. All right. Here we go. We will plug these two in. Here is Steve Olsonoski. Here is Kevin Kelly. Change this one up here. And we're going to go ahead and book that one open-ended. We'll see who the AI chooses to win. Next, we're going to have Buddy Rose and Greg Gagne. This should be a good match. These two can both go. And here we go with Buddy Rose. And here is Greg Gagne. Greg Gagne is going to get the win here, everybody. And that one is booked. All right, up next, Ustinov versus Hennig. And I hope Ustinov can go the 18 minutes. He is an Eddie Sharkey guy, which means he looks great. But it pretty much ends there. Here's Ustinov. Here is Curt Hennig. So Eddie Sharkey ran Pro Wrestling America, which we've also put into the game here. And apparently, he and the Gagnes did not get along. Vern ended up using his talent pretty much because he had to when things were going south for the AWA. And Soldat Ustinov was another one of those Eddie Sharkey products. Eddie Sharkey would get these huge guys from Minnesota in really good shape, train them for a little while, and then cut them loose in his promotion. This is where the Road Warriors came from. Soldat Ustinov, I believe Barry Darso was also an Eddie Sharkey product. So was Rick Rude. A lot of these guys went other places and became very good wrestlers, but they were rough when they first started. Curt Hennig, of course, is going to get the win here, everybody, and luckily, Ustinov does have the stamina. So here comes our big main event, everybody. And we have al-Kaissey and Zhukov versus the Midnight Rockers. Midnight Rockers are our current World Tag Team Champions. We can go ahead and just plug them right in. And here is Sheik, ADNAN al-Kaissey. Here is Boris Zhukov. And al-Kaissey can still go. He's in his 40s here and he can still go. All right, we are going to have Shawn Michaels get the win for his team here. We are going to send these fans home happy in Rochelle. And we're ready to rock here, everybody. 107 minutes, that's good enough for me. Let's go ahead and start the show and see how we do here in Rochelle. All right, Madusa, Miceli, and Candi Devine. Candi Devine gets the win with that Candi drop. 41 overall for this bout. Up next here, we have the Top Guns and the Nasty Boys. And they get a whopping 23 here. It doesn't get much greener than this, everybody. All right, up next, we have Steve-O and Kevin Kelly. And Kevin Kelly gets the win with that sleeper. So we have three heel wins in a row. And here we go. Gagne upsets the apple cart here and gets the win and breaks the trend of heel wins in a row. 77 overall for Rose and Gagne. Or Gagne, sorry. All right, Ustinov and Hennig get a 77, and that is due to the work of Curt Hennig. No doubt about it, as Curt Hennig lands an 88. He is gold here, everybody. Up next, we have al-Kaissey and Zhukov against the Midnight Rockers. And this is a nice score for the main event. You can see al-Kaissey can still do it. 79, 78, 76, 54 lands us a 76 overall. And this is turning out to not be a bad card at all. And let's go ahead and finish this one up. We get a 74. Hey, I'll take it. We are going to point out Sheik, ADNAN, al-Kaissey. And we are going to point out Marty Genadi and Shawn Michaels here. Great performance. Great performance. Great performance. We're going to make that speech. al-Kaissey is pleased. Marty Genadi is pleased. And Shawn Michaels is pleased. This one is going to take us back to our main screen. And this show is actually tomorrow night. So we got 2 shows in a row. And yes, for those of you that have been watching this show long enough, a lot of these were spot shows. We're just not calling them that, and we're just running the real schedule here. We are at May week 2. There we go. All right, we're probably going to end up in some trouble here. Somebody's going to want even more money. And look at that. We're up some money this month. Good. So we are making some money. Merchandise is helping us. And the AWA did have pretty good merchandise at this point. So that is realistic. Buddy Wolf is going to work with that promotion out of Pennsylvania. Cool. All-Star Wrestling got 260,000 viewers. I'll take it. Marty Genadi doesn't like Kevin Kelly. Imagine that. And let's check. Jerry Blackwell wants more money. Ooh, I'll give him a 75% pay increase. Everybody's wanting more money right off the bat here, everybody. And this is going to be tough for us. All right. Let's see. We have the Executioners. And we are going to turn them over to baby faces because we need them to be baby faces. Let's call them Masked Hero. Confirm gimmick change. These 2 guys can work, and they're cheap and they're affordable. There we go. And we'll adjust it to Masked Hero. Now, there's been 1,000,001 different incarnations of the Executioners. This incarnation was Jerry Fazio and Terry Manton. Terry Manton was a big dude, and so was Jerry Fazio. They held some tag titles together. So they're the current champions right now in the NWF. Fair enough. So we'll give them a shot here in the AWA and see how they work out. They're affordable for us. And that's really what we're looking for, is bang for our buck. And we're trying to keep things realistic here. WWF ran a show last night. Junkyard Dog over Volkov on top, 78. Good. See that? So things aren't totally out of control now and crazy. World Class ran, 78. Good. See that, everybody? I think we got things fixed up here. And all of our detractors of the Supermod should be happy with how things are going here. So, all right. That is going to do it for us, everybody. We're going to be back in action tomorrow with the AWA with tour date number 34, which is going to put us in Glenwood City High School Gym, Glenwood City, Wisconsin. And we'll punch that in right here. There it is. So we got Glenwood City, Wisconsin in there. I'll just shorten it to Glenwood. And again, we are running the real schedule, everybody. So I will input, to the best of my ability, the real roster that was used for that one. Who was the power connection? Oh, Stampede action. So, all right, that's it for us, everybody, on this one. For those of you that are new to the Supermod, please leave a message below. Let us know how you found the channel, what you think of it so far, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. For those of you looking for the 1987 Supermod, you can find it on patreon.com/PowerCast Network. On Patreon, you will find not only the Supermod, but you will also find all of our spreadsheets updated and ready, and you will also find super cool stuff not found outside of Patreon, not to mention all of our shows early and YouTube ad-free. Packages start out at just $5 a month, everybody. $5 gets you access to everything. For those of you that don't want to pay $5, you can still get the older version of the Supermod at braddrake.net. You can check us out on social media, facebook.com/group/1987Supermod. You can also find us over on Reddit under the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. And don't forget, everybody, we are also on Discord, 1987 Supermod. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.